What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kind of Funny podcast. I'm your host, Nick Scarpino. Alongside, it's Christmas in her car, Joey Noel.
I don't think it's Christmas enough in my car. Maybe I should get like one of those like Christmassy air fresheners. I'm gonna look one up right now.
I think and you're gonna get a Christmas air freshener. That's the beginning and the end of how you Christmify your car.
I mean, what else am I? I'm not gonna put like reindeer antlers on my car.
You want to go hard on it. You got to put a wreath on your back window and not be able to see out the
I
back
hate
of it.
shit like that.
Joey, hear me out.
I hate that almost as much as when people that have the eyelashes on their headlights.
Oh,
that's great.
Horrible.
Hear
I'm
me
sorry
out, Joe.
if this is anybody here.
You make your blinking pattern on the back instead of yellow, green. And I know it's against the law,
Okay.
but if you get pulled
Super
over
against the
by
law.
police officers, tell them 'tis the season and tell them this is my constitutional right, freedom of religion.
Yep.
And they can't say anything to you. So like I would love to see you, maybe Joey, at any time you're at a red light, hit the hazard button.
And
Hit the hazards,
green.
and then it's red, green, red, green, red,
you
green.
guys-
Maybe mix in a gold every once in a while, you know?
Just to let you guys know,
What
it
about
is
white?
actually not illegal. It is not illegal. You are allowed to have that whatever color you want. That's why a lot of cars, the Mustangs, they just have the red light. It does the signal.
Blinker.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The only thing
Yeah.
I think you have to have, like by law, I mean, you have to have a blinker by law, but I do know you have to have like certain reflectors, but I don't even think those have to be a specific color. Maybe those have to
Like
be
you get like
yellow.
Christmas tree
I
reflector.
think
clear those out.
maybe reverse has to be a white light.
Probably,
but
yeah.
I don't know if there's any specific laws.
Here's what I'm saying. If Joey goes all green and then we paint her car red, we just rattle can her car red and then frost the windows so she can barely see out. You know, like when it's like snowy and you have to like do that one thing where you can just like kind of
Snowy with
reach out
Joey?
and you just scrape
You have,
off
like,
the
a
windshield
this
so you can have
much.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we'll do for you, Joe. Maybe
Ooh.
it'll come off, maybe it won't. Maybe in July 4th you'll be still celebrating Christmas. We don't know.
What
I celebrate Christmas every day, you know?
so like as I was going through the different options for Christmas colors, and obviously there's been a lot of debate at Kind of Funny as to what the Halloween colors are. We've heard it nonstop from these two dudes named Blessing and Greg. And do you know the backstory, Nick? Like, do you know why the whole King of Halloween thing started?
I don't, but you know,
But you're afraid to ask?
No, I'm not afraid to ask because I don't care. It's one of
Sure.
those things where I'm
Yeah.
just firmly in the Blessing camp on this. Anyone who's opposed to Greg, I'm usually like 95 to 99% all in on.
And
Um,
Nick, I'm right there with
enemy
you.
of your enemy is your friend.
Exactly. Joey,
I am right there with
exactly.
you to the point where I'm like always gonna, shit talk Greg and side with a person no matter how wrong they are. But this was like so egregiously wrong that I could I'm still like, bless is the King of Halloween, Greg, but like it's still hard to defend. So essentially Blessing didn't know that the Halloween colors were black and orange.
That I remember. I remember that being a thing for a while.
Yeah. And so that was sort of the deciding thing of like, how can you claim to be the King of Halloween where you don't even know the Halloween colors?
And of course, Blessing, I think, was he born in October? Is that why he's a Halloween person? Or
No, he just
that had
wanted to
nothing
take
to
it
do
from
with it.
Greg. He
Got
just
it.
wanted to take the
I
glory from
respect
Greg.
that. Yeah, I respect that. Like
So
you took the show away.
as I'm making suggestions for Joey and her lights, in my head, I'm playing through it and I go, all right, red and green, those are the Christmas colors. What is the tertiary color? What's number 3? Is it gold? Is it silver? Is it white?
I think it's white.
I think it's white.
White, probably. I mean, I think we've had this discussion before, but I always default to what color M&Ms are coming out that season. And if the M&Ms need a third color,
Interesting that you bring this up, Nick.
Yeah, it
right,
really
because,
is.
Because here's what I'm saying. I remember distinctly. In fact, I think we've had this conversation with this podcast before. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Kind of Funny podcast where each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around these mics just to bullshit around with some bullshit. If you want to support this podcast, of course, you can do so by subscribing to our channel. If you want to be extra cool, and we all know that you do, you can head over to patreon.com/kindoffunny and throw us a few bucks. You get all the shows ad-free. You can ask us questions to answer live on the show, and you get to be a part of our exclusive Patreon-only post-show. Thank you to our Patreon producers, of course, Julian the Gluten-Free Gamer, Steve Powers, and the Kind of Funny Destiny 2 PC clan. I'm writing you a video essay right now about what I think Destiny 2 is based off of my Google searches. Of course, this episode of the Kind of Funny podcast is brought to you by HelloFresh and MeUndies, but we'll talk about those a little bit later. That man that just asked that question was the Hispanic heartthrob, Texas Street, Latino Heat, clicking heads and ripping them to shreds, the Globetrotting Headshot Nitro Rifle from Twitch.tv, Mr. Andy Cortez.
Thank you. Thank you for the intro.
Andy, what I'll say is this. The holiday colors, of course, for M&Ms are white, red, and like a minty green. Not even like a deep green, more like a lighter green, which I'm okay with too.
Is
Because it
it?
says,
I-
hey, it's Christmas, but we're not going to be that aggressive about forcing Christmas on you.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I do not take any notes from a couple of fraudulent M&Ms that are always getting into hijinks. Nick, I
Mhm.
don't trust them, so I don't know why we're taking advice from them for what should be the Christmas colors. Because I don't think white is the. I think red, green, and white. That's Italy. That's Mexico. Like
That's
that's where
true.
my mind goes.
That is true.
Yeah,
Both countries celebrate Christmas, though, to a degree.
But I guess that's true. I guess that's true. But to me, I I think it's either gold or silver. I think gold and silver have this sort of festive ambiance to them.
Like tinsel, right? Like the colors of tinsel.
Yeah. And you see tons of people, when if you go to a really really nice house and it's people that have like other people plan their Christmas tree for them and stuff.
Mhm.
Like a
I feel
designer
like
tree.
I feel like sometimes, Joey, it can be all gold or it can be all
All
silver.
silver.
You know what I
agree.
mean? And sometimes it can be. Well, I'm not saying white isn't there. It's just like when you combine those three colors, if I put those three colors together, I don't necessarily think Christmas. I do think Italy. I think pizza. I think I'm going down after a convention. We're stopping by that little Italian pizza shop, and I'm getting a little dollar slice. And so for me, I think silver is more
See,
of the Christmas
This is
color.
that's wild. For me, Christmas colors have always been red and white. And I'd
Really?
say
No
green
green?
is the
'Cause of Santa.
accessory color. Because of Santa,
Yeah.
100%.
Interesting.
But it's also like you Google Christmas and what comes up? A bunch of red and white stuff. Because of Santa.
I would say red and white, but then of course you have this. Green is always synonymous with Christmas because think about it. Look at that
'Cause
picture
the
right there.
Christmas
The
tree.
tree, right? The Christmas tree is
100%,
always
yeah.
green. I would say gold and silver are tertiary colors, Andy. I would say you always have those people who are like, I want to celebrate Christmas, but I'm trying to be cool. And you're like, oh, how are you gonna be cool this year? And they're like, well, all my colors are gonna be blue and silver, right?
Yeah, I'm rich,
The
so I'm
winter
using
colors. And it's
these
like,
other
we get
colors.
it, you fucking 1%ers. We
Yeah.
understand it, but the rest of us have to go out into the back, cut down our
Oh,
neighbor's tree, and pretend
snow.
like oranges are a pine tree.
So with
You really
the
do?
gold and silver thing, I think gold is more of a Christmas color
Mhm.
because I associate silver more with
New Year's.
Hanukkah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what
Really?
are the Hanukkah colors? The Hanukkah
Blue,
colors like
white,
silver
and
blue?
silver.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I think both gold and silver are New Year's colors and black. New Year's colors.
So Halloween, we can all agree on though. My thing with Halloween is again, what does the candy tell us? You know what
And
I mean? Like,
here's the thing, Nick.
when you do,
we
like,
have some really interesting information about the candy.
okay, let's stop. Everyone,
Man, this
pump the
is getting
brakes. Kevin,
crazy.
pump the brakes. Pull the car over to the closest tower.
Kevin,
Everybody needs to
pull up the
relax.
link, Kevin. I put it in assets. The
What is
first one.
the
Yeah,
iconic
hold on.
candy of Halloween?
M&Ms.
Halloween?
No,
M&Ms.
Joey, you failed me.
We started talking about
For the
M&Ms,
last
and we
time.
are going to go full circle back to M&Ms.
Fine, we can talk
It's
about
obviously
M&Ms.
the Reese's pumpkins.
Okay, absolutely. I mean, sure. I was going to say candy corn, right?
Oh. Yeah, but I don't like that either.
Candy
That's like
corn's
more of
so
a fall
gross.
thing. I
Candy
like
corn's
candy corn,
so gross,
but I
Nick.
don't think that defines Halloween.
That
the
is
worst
the
thing
thing
you've
that I
ever
always
said.
remember thinking. It's Halloween time, and in order to enjoy this holiday and pay my penance for for the freedom we enjoy to dress up like idiots and party, I have to eat my weight in candy corn. I don't like candy. Nobody likes candy corn.
I like
If you like candy corn, you're a psychopath.
I like candy corn.
Okay,
When
like, we've-
Christine Steimer likes
I-
candy corn, those are the
We're
only
not
two
about to
people I know.
recycle this topic for the 90th time, okay? we know everybody's thoughts on candy corn. I think you're fucking crazy if you don't like it. I
Thank you,
think that
Andy.
it's perfectly fine to enjoy it. I've always been on the boat of, look, I'm never necessarily going to seek out candy corn, but I'll grab a handful if there's a bag in the kitchen or something like that. Like, I think it's just fine. I think people that act like it's the worst thing ever, you need to get over yourselves. Get over yourselves, okay?
Broaden your horizons, you know?
It's not
Yeah.
that it's the worst thing ever. And I do want to get back to these M&Ms, Joey, because they did look delicious. And I saw a purple in there, and that was going to be a color that I was going to throw into the mix as a tertiary Halloween color. But I will say about the candy corn, it's like get out of your own ass, right? Like you're out there thinking you are the Halloween candy, and then all of a sudden you're like this. Well, we can go one better. We can make pumpkins that are of the same material, and it's like it's too much. It's too much.
Oh, I agree.
Too much. What's going on with these M&Ms?
So one, Matt Batson, who we've talked about a lot today on various pieces of content, tagged Greg in a video yesterday. Kevin, will you pull it up? He's
Do you think Nick has
uncovered.
any idea
Audio
what's going
listeners,
on
again,
with
I'm sorry
Batson?
about this. I'm sorry, audio listeners.
It's a long video. To be honest,
So same here.
I don't know if we have to listen to it necessarily because it's a lot of editorializing about
Yeah.
summarizing a
Listen to-
lot of what we've already talked about, you know?
Okay.
He's like,
But
Joey hates
he
audio
is
listeners.
displaying the ghoul. I think it's the ghoul mix. I don't know. I can't read because the
Sure.
window is small. For
Sure. Yeah, the yellow
Christmas.
yellow M&M looks like he's like a mummy. He's wrapped up.
Yeah. But the M&M colors are purple, green, and orange, and this is a specific Halloween blend.
No yellow.
No yellow.
No orange.
The
you
bag's
mean.
yellow.
That's I guess that makes
No,
sense.
there's orange, green, and purple.
Oh, I thought Nick
No-
was asking
no
no yellow
black ones.
M&Ms.
That's what I'm
Oh.
asking.
My bad. No.
Well, Nick, what are
Yellow-
Halloween colors?
The yellow bag indicates this is peanut.
Peanut M&Ms.
So here's the thing: the core Halloween colors, orange and black, right?
Correct.
I would throw yellow in there. I would throw green in there, and I would throw purple in there. Those would be the colors that I would say that's the full color wheel that you are allowed to do. If I'm like, Andy, I'm gonna give you, I need you to design the invite to my cool Halloween party at Kevin's house.
Oh, really?
Here are the colors you're allowed to use, and those are the colors that I would set out.
I would disagree with that. I don't think yellow belongs there. I think yellow would be a part of the
Spring.
I'm throwing a big party for autumn, for fall, and it's going to be at Kevin's house. I'm throwing a giant party there. I would
No one
include-
would throw a party for that though.
I would include yellow, orange, and red as the fall colors, but I wouldn't include yellow in Halloween.
Mm-mm.
Purple and green are typically tied to
Witches.
horror vibes, Freaky Fridays with little ghouls and goblins. I'm just gonna read the Jay-Z verse actually from Monster.
Go for it.
But like the green and purple, to me, that's like Maleficent from Disney. Like I always think of that sort of vibe where it's like green smoke and like purple kind of ambiance.
Sure.
Those colors mean that something nefarious is afoot.
I will say, what is the iconic thing? Kevin's got him pulled up right there of Halloween, right? The pumpkin with the flame in the middle of it. What are we seeing here, Kevin? Orange and yellow and black. So I'm not pointing fingers and saying Andy's wrong, but but that is
No, it's
my underlying.
Isn't it just a dark orange and a light orange?
yeah, it's those
Isn't
are
it yellow
different.
just a light orange?
No, because that orange
No,
is red tone.
Is it blue just like a wannabe purple? You know what I mean? Like,
You know what's
where are we at
crazy?
today?
How do you not know your primary colors?
You guys know that brown is just a dark orange?
Did
I do know that
red is
because I
just a
also
You
dark orange?
100% learned that from TikTok because I also watched
No,
that this week.
I work
learned
in
it-
Photoshop a lot.
I learned it from
Isn't it desaturated
a
orange?
YouTube, yeah, desaturated. I learned it from a YouTube video. The guy, Technology Connections or something. You should check out his channel. It's great.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
why
much
when you
anyone
mix
who's
paint colors, it's always
color
brown.
picked anything in Photoshop understands how this one works. It's
Yeah.
the first time you pick a gray, and it's like, what kind of gray do you want? Do you want a blue gray, green gray, red gray? You're like,
Yeah, I
this
want a
just
cool
broke
gray.
my world.
I want a gray that's so cool, like it's smoking cigarettes after third period class.
Man.
and
Third
it's-
period.
And like Nancy is like, "Will you go to the dance with me?" And he's like, get lost, sister," or something like that. Like he's cool. He's like he's an asshole, but like he's a cool guy. With leather jacket.
Yeah,
Real
I figured
cool.
if he says "get lost, sister," my first instinct is he's wearing a leather jacket.
Yeah, get
Like,
lost, sister.
At this point, we're talking about Grease, right? We're talking about the what's the
Kinda.
gang in Grease?
T-birds.
The T-birds.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, I was kind of going with that vibe. I was thinking that. I was also thinking Harley from Boy Meets World. I think of Griff from Boy Meets World, who's played by Adam Scott, the actor.
Mhm.
Yeah, I always just those are cool to me. But anyway, back to the colors. Well, I think that's it, right? Are we done with the colors?
We could be done with the colors
Because I had
do
a
have-
I had
yeah,
a
go
weird
for it.
interaction. Or do you want to talk about our sponsors or whatever?
No, we're
We
fine.
already
We've
did
got
that.
plenty of time for that.
I had a really weird interaction.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Are you gonna say?
no.
Do you want to talk about our sponsors because it's about to get dirty?
No,
Because okay, good.
no, I
And
just
also
wasn't
I'm
sure where we
disappointed.
were with the show.
Eh,
We're
about
15 minutes in, 15
We got-
minutes.
We got time.
I had an odd interaction at Smart and Final, which is the grocery
Love
store
these.
that I go to.
Mhm.
And it's not that it was so much odd. It's just that like I wanted to fight back in a way. And I'm going towards the berry
Verbally or physically?
verbally.
Okay.
And it's not even, it was nothing nefarious, Joe. That's the second nefarious for today on today's stream, on today's podcast.
Word of
And
the
I'm like,
day,
all right,
nefarious and tertiary.
yeah, tertiary is a good one. I walk in and I'm like, the cool aisle is to the left. And by cool, I mean like it's cooled, like chilled.
No.
So it doesn't smoke cigarettes after third period and wear a biker jacket.
And say, hey, Nancy,
quick,
get
real
lost.
quick.
Yeah. What's up, Kev?
I just want to say, Smart and Final, a weird place to go grocery shopping. I just want to throw that out there. That's like a light Costco.
Yeah, but it's Smart and Final.
Have you ever been in a Smart and Final?
Sure have. I always kind
what's
of
wrong
equated
with it?
Smart and Final
It's-
more to like a Bevmo.
It is
Yeah,
several.
it is. Yeah, it's very similar to a Bevmo, but with
It's
less
a nice
alcohol.
walk away.
All right.
They have stuff there that you would need though, right?
It's
They have,
closer to
like, groceries.
Safeway and it has
don't
everything
feel
I
like-
need.
Can you buy lettuce there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Andy doesn't
but it's
know
always
this.
like weird
Yeah, I talked to you,
quantities.
Kevin.
Hey, he does a lot.
It's
He
not
buys- he
Costco
buys baby
quantities and
carrots.
stuff.
That's where I buy my spinach. That's where I buy my carrots. That's where I buy my cherry tomatoes.
to make the iconic Andy salad that he eats at his desk.
The
And every
cherry
time I walk
tomatoes
by,
are
I'm
so
like, I just
good.
want to offer him junk food because he's being so healthy right now and he's just cramming it into our faces.
Cherry tomatoes are so good. Ugh, a
I
little
am
bit
kind of with
salt.
Kevin though that it's not a traditional grocery store.
No, but
It
if they
is
have what
kind
you
of a
need,
random
it's
choice.
probably cheaper to shop there if they have what you need. If it's got a little bit of
It makes
bulk.
sense that it's the closest option. It sounds
But like, I don't really know. It's a smaller version of a Safeway, but
no, Safeway is like a real shopping, like supermarket.
that's what I'm saying. It's a smaller version of it.
What
Like
happened?
at Safeway, you could buy multiple different types of flour. Like you could buy, whole wheat flour, and at Smart and Final, you have one flour option in one size, right?
I mean, I've never looked for flour there, Kevin, but they got all sorts of meats that you can buy and all sorts
Yeah, there's
of.
options there. I would say it's kind of it's
there like a
halfway
butcher?
between Safeway and Costco, where
I
Costco
agree.
kind of has
Butcher?
the Costco version of whatever they want and then the brand name.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more in between here, but
Smart and Final also
notwithstanding-
has weird sizes. Like it's not fully bulk Costco sizes,
Right.
but you can get a bag of chips that's like two and a
That's
half.
why I love.
I feel like Smart and Final has the where Costco has you buy 3 of the bulk giant ketchups. Smart and Final will have one. Just
But it's got a
large
handle.
ketchup.
But it still has. It comes in like a milk jug. Andy, what happened to the Smart and Final? Did you piss off a 7-year-old that's smoking cigarettes? What happened?
I go to the chill aisle, and immediately I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy my stuff, but ooh, these berries are looking really good. So I go to the berry aisle or berry section. I'm like, I think I want to get blueberries. Probably gonna get blueberries. And there's like an older lady there, kind of standing there, looking at the same section that I am for the berries. And as I reach for the blueberries, she goes, "That's the best berry." And I almost wanted to challenge her on this.
Okay.
And I just kind of
Okay.
nodded, Nick, and I was like, yeah. I just did that thing when old people say stuff. Like, it's
Yeah,
what
they're
whenever
just
I
trying to
reply
be
to you,
nice.
Nick, you say
Yeah,
stuff, and I'm like, yeah, of
exactly.
course, yeah.
I don't even expect
Wait,
whatever
but,
your
like-
reply is to me to make sense at all. I just
Yeah. She
want
isn't
I just want
wrong,
sound to
though.
come out of your mouth to validate my existence, Andy.
I mean, here's the thing, Kevin. Like, it's a weird one for me because I wanted to be like, well, I don't know. Like, strawberries are really good too. I'm just grabbing this because I'm kind of craving it. I didn't need your ranking, lady. Like, I would like to know what is 2
Mhm.
through 5, but for you to just outright be like, that's the best berry.
See, now-
fucking, who are you to say that?
Like, is she
lady?
baiting you into discussion?
Clearly she was. Or here's how my paranoid brain goes. I'd be like, does she mean the best berry amongst all the varietals of berries out there? Or did she try one blueberry from each one of these containers? And the one that I have my hand on, she's like, that's the best berry right there.
Yeah, that's the best berry. I ate about 5 of them from there. They're
Yeah,
real
because
good.
I'm not gonna lie. Before I eat blueberries, this is pre-coronavirus. Now I'm afraid to touch or anything. But beforehand, I would be that guy that's like, I'm gonna try one of the berries in there just to make sure
Really?
that this
Oh,
batch
that's
of
scary.
blueberries is good. And you're supposed to wash blueberries too, because they're like kind of gross. But I'd be like, I just do this, Joe. I just blow the bacteria off of it and then
I don't
try
think it works that way.
Like, can we get a science with Kevin ruling? Can you blow bacteria off of something?
You can. They don't have wings.
I definitely don't think it
that'll
works
make
that way.
worse.
Yeah.
What I'll say is this: what I would have loved to have watched you just be like, "Oh, these are the boost. These are the best berries, huh?"
Is that so?
Have you tried a strawberry? Have you ever had a strawberry, man?
So I was like, a raspberry on a good occasion can hit a certain spot. I don't know if you've ever had a
Blackberries.
goji berry, but I've had goji berry juice before,
Mhm.
and that shit's delicious. Dragon fruit, not a berry, but it kind of almost is, right? Like I kind of wanted to challenge her in a bunch of different aspects. I wanted to set up a debate table, film it, put it on our podcast, because I just feel like it was weird for you to butt in. Because yes, I was like it would have been a shit show, Nick, if I grabbed the blueberry or the strawberries and she said, "Oof, blueberry is the best berry." Like I would have.
See, that would have been bold to me because you were looking at the blueberries. You were clearly intent on getting the blueberries, and she was just validating your choice, right? What she
Affirming your
meant probably
experience.
was, "Hey, those are my favorite berry." But to have her just brazenly be like, "Those are the best berries," like what?
It was a
It
little
puts you in a weird
shocking.
spot. It puts you in a
Is
weird
a
spot.
grape a berry?
That's what I was just
Is a
thinking.
grape
How did
a berry? That's a question for Kevin. I don't think so. I think grapes just fruit, right?
Is
I
grapes
think
grow on
berries-
vines?
I think berries have to have like the seeds on the outside or something. Like there's like a definition for what makes a berry a berry.
I never considered a grape a berry. I do love grapes though. And if you talk to me about grapes versus
my gosh.
blueberries, I feel like I like
Grapes
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 are
better.
considered a true berry because the entire
Whoa!
pericarp, aka fruit well, is fleshy. A native California wild grape that grows in a canyon. Oh no, that's
Well, then this just
unnecessary.
blew my
Hold
mind
on,
because
hold on,
This
hold
is
on.
crazy.
Stop,
Grapes
stop,
might
stop,
be the
stop.
best
That sounded
berry.
like an opinion all of a sudden.
Grapes are berries for sure. I don't know.
Are grapes berries? Kevin, look this up. I need to know because I've always thought the strawberry was a goat, but I might say
I'm
grape.
gonna rename this topic our grapes berries.
Yeah. What is the best berry?
This is crazy because like I was half jokingly gonna throw out a grape, and in my mind I went through all of the reasonings for.
Oh my
wait,
god.
I think a grape is a berry.
Mm.
Oh, that's gooseberry.
Here's the
I
thing,
opened
though.
up
Here's the thing,
berry
though.
on Wikipedia. I don't know why I said Wikipedia that way. On Wikipedia, and I was like, "Oh, but there's a grape right there." But it's
There's a
called
grape right
that's
there?
no, that's a gooseberry.
But that looks like a regular grape.
I'm gonna hit Control F and write the word grape.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's just see what
I-
happens.
Such as
I
grape.
went to grape on Wikipedia and says grape is a fruit, botanically a berry of the deciduous woody
Wait.
vines.
Wait, hold on. Is this one of those like
This.
do some? I
Okay,
wonder.
wait,
I
hold
wonder how
on.
the grape.
Let's read this line right here because this one's really important. Nicholas.
We can't really see what it says.
Yeah,
Can't see
it's,
shit, can I?
It's
mean,
still
it
kind of
fucking-
blurry and pixelated on here. You have to clean up the little stream for us to see it. There you go. Now we're the gooseberry. There it is. Perfect. The botanical definition includes many fruits that are not commonly known or referred to as berries, such as grapes, tomatoes, cucumber. Get the fuck out of here.
That's why. Keep reading. Keep reading.
Get out of here with your bananas and chili peppers. Now, I kind of understand that because a banana, if you look, has little seeds in there. Fruits commonly
No,
considered
fuck
berries,
that.
but
That's a
excluded
long
by
berry.
botanical definition include strawberries,
Yeah.
raspberries, and blackberries. I don't put cucumbers in the same fucking ballpark.
Yeah, see,
as
that's the thing.
the grape.
I refuse to accept this because there's no way a fucking eggplant and a banana are in the same category.
They kind of, if you think about it though, take the skin off, close your eyes, and feel with your hands. They're the same thing.
Okay, there are so
much harder.
there are so many different lanes to
God,
take
Jerry.
here. There
Where
are a
do we
lot
even start with this one?
there are a lot of different lanes to take here.
But here, I feel like the most important fruits commonly considered berries, but excluded by the botanical definition include strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, which are aggregate fruits, and mulberries.
Wait, what's
So
a mulberry?
even like raspberries and blackberries aren't actual berries, right? They're aggregate fruits and mulberries.
It's an aggregate fruit.
Yeah, like does that just mean
It
adjacent?
has
Like,
little. I think it has little clusters.
Yeah, a little fun, like little.
Oh.
Oh, look, why would the God
Why would they pick that picture?
with the beetle in there?
Yeah, it's gross as shit. Get that out of there. What's
An
wrong with you,
aggregate
Wikipedia?
fruit-
I
I
donate
Goog-
money to you every year.
Is a fruit that developed from merge of several
I
ovaries.
googled
Curious-
mulberry,
Yeah.
and one of the first articles says people also ask, why is mulberry illegal?
Can you smoke
Mulberry
it?
trees come in a variety of shapes and sizes, but all produce the clustered mulberry fruit. Some cities in North America, such as El Paso, Texas, and Phoenix, Arizona, have banned the planting of mulberry trees due to the amount of pollen they produce. So some of these berries are getting really brave and just kind of feeling like, oh, I like, when you're at a friend's place and you're like, oh, you're like really careful with like where you put your stuff, and by day 4, like you're
sleeping on the ceiling,
Flinging
towels
stuff
on, and
everywhere.
your wiener's just hanging out. Like you
Jesus.
become a lot less like a lot less careful about how you present yourself. And I feel like mulberries have definitely become that of the berry conglomerate.
Kevin, you're gonna tell me you go to your friend's house and it's not just a ticking clock until when your wiener comes out.
I am very uncomfortable with everything you guys are saying.
You know what I mean? Like you have a towel on, and sometimes it might
Andy,
slip.
I don't know what you mean.
Slips and you go, ooh,
Okay.
and they go,
And then your friend's like,
"Ooh."
my family's coming over. Like, please, just kind of be presentable. And you're just like, sure. And you just walk out, just boxers and like maybe no t-shirt. But I feel like Mulberry has become that because the fact that they're
And
just
you're
producing
aware.
So
pollen.
much about the male experience from
Pumpkins are currently
Joey, we
buy one, get
enjoy
one free.
Interesting.
Here's what I'm gonna ask you guys.
$1.79 for Honey Bunches of Oats. This is a deal right here. Must buy
Kevin, get your ass over to Spotify.
No, before you ask something, there are several different lanes to go here with the berry that I have a lot of questions about. A lot of areas that we were just talking about on that page that Kevin had up, because they mentioned that cucumbers could be part of the family. Then why wouldn't pickles be? If a pickle is just
presumably
pickle's
a pickle would
not-
be. It's just a pickle.
Yeah, no,
Pickles,
hold on.
it's not its own thing. A pickle is a cucumber.
Yeah. You're talking about
Pickled cucumber.
what you're
Processed.
talking about, Andy, is a pickled cucumber, which is commonly
referred to as a pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can pickle anything.
You
Pickling is a
can't
process.
grow a pickle.
Yeah.
So it's just like a different form. It's a different form.
It's
of
like
it.
It's
corny.
just think of it as a sauce. You dip a cucumber in and then jar it. It's just a brine. It's like a vinegary brine that pickles things. They used to do that to it's like when they cryogenically freeze you to try to figure out if science can cure you 100 years from now. That was the science back 100 years ago. They're like, we're gonna put you in a big pickle jar and brine you, and then when they get you out of it, Seth Rogen's gonna make a really bad movie out of it that none of us watched.
Which one was that?
Terrible. Oh my God, American Pickle.
No idea what Nick just did.
That was American Pickle, right?
Yeah, it was American Pickle. Yeah.
Oh,
That
that's
movie
right.
sucked.
I've heard you
It
mention
I
looked
watched
that.
4 minutes of it and turned it off.
Terrible.
I brought up
so terrible.
healthline.com and it says 10 tasty wild berries to try and 8 poisonous ones to avoid. And immediately I'm seeing stuff on here that I've never seen in my life, and I wonder how many of these are variety. Sure.
Don't give Kevin and or Joey any more ideas on how to poison people, as we've already discovered.
What does that mean?
Oh,
I mean,
do
yeah,
have to go back to the chloroform discussion, Joey.
Oh, that's not.
I don't
I guess
like
that
that
is
we
a
can just throw
poison.
that around. I don't like that we can just throw that around. And
Here's my real
everyone
question for you
knows
guys.
if I want to poison any of you, I would use alcohol because you
That's
guys
true.
just do it
It's in
yourselves.
assets, Kevin.
That's easy. You
Thank
just
you.
put
I
a
have it
jug
open.
of Patron Silver in front of me and you say you want to make a marg, and then all of a sudden I'm blacked out and I'm like, what country?
I
am
love
in?
how into margs you are for the
They're
last 2
fucking
weeks.
good. I've
What
turned the
happened to
corner.
Paloma Nick? I miss
Paloma Nick's
Paloma
still here.
Nick.
But
Okay.
Paloma Nick is like when I want to impress people at RTX. Marg Nick is when I just want something that tastes good. I want to have fun, and I'm around friends who I trust who aren't going to judge me based on my cocktail beliefs. Okay, because the margarita is a base ass cocktail. It's a basic ass.
It is,
cocktail.
but it's also not something that's like easy to order anywhere.
No, because the bartender definitely doesn't want to make a margarita. And by the way, when I say margarita, I don't want it blended. It doesn't need to be blended.
Kevin,
I
I'm
want it on the
so
rocks.
glad that right now you are Googling this because I did not know a huckleberry was a real thing. Get back on topic, Nick and Joe.
Here's what I'll say: is my question for you guys?
How is this a different fucking fruit? Look at
a
these.
Huckleberry
huckleberry
fin?
blueberry? Yeah.
Yeah, but do you see that they're literally the exact same thing?
It's like how when you go to the East Coast, they call it Hardee's, and then here we call it Carl's Jr. It's the same shit. That's a huckleberry is just what they call it in New Jersey for some stupid
Like they
fucking
put
reason.
some unripened blueberries in the mix to be like, oh, see, it's different.
Yeah, like it's different. Like this tastes like a blueberry, and they're like,
Oh,
no,
blackberry.
different varietal.
Blackberry. I meant
Oh, it's a
Wait, is
blackberry.
blueberry?
No,
I
those
don't
are
know.
blackberries. Look like raspberries.
Yes.
so
Yeah,
those are definitely
blackberries look like
blueberry.
These are
Blackberries,
blueberries.
blackberries are just purple versions of raspberries. But I'm scrolling down this list, Kevin, and I'm also seeing something called chokeberries.
Ew.
I'm seeing gooseberries.
Gooseberries look like they hurt your tongue.
Gooseberries,
you have to
Kevin,
peel
look like
those.
something on an alien
No.
planet.
Right?
No, you don't.
You got to peel that gooseberry, bro. You can't eat
I
that
don't
gooseberry
like that it's
that.
got an appendage coming out of it.
Yeah, that's got
Yeah,
little spines in it. It's like a Velcro strap. For
No,
your
but
throat.
like, do you see that brown thing on the bottom
Yeah,
that
it's
they all
disgusting.
have?
Tear
It looks
that
like it's
fucking
taking
thing
a
off.
shit.
Yeah,
What is that
it's like
gross?
it's shitting on the branch next to it.
It really looks like when you get a nice big like shrimp and you could see like the poo-poo in it.
Oh, God,
okay,
yeah,
that.
Andy,
Andy,
up?
now what the thing that's concerning me the most is like there's no clear delineate
Delineation.
Thank you. Of which ones are poisonous and which ones are good to eat.
Yeah, because chokeberries
Like,
seem like the poisonous
Like,
one.
yeah.
I think at the end of the article we will get. Yeah, that's exactly what it
I
is. At
think
the
you
end of the
can
article,
eat all of them.
at the end of the article, you see the poisonous ones, Kevin.
What's that? Was that salmon belly berry?
Salmonberry, as known in the world-renowned video game Stardew Valley. That's how I know they're real.
There it is.
Oh, I thought they would have made that up for the
Sorry,
video
Joey.
game.
A video game is how you know that they're real.
Yeah, 100%.
This is the world we live in,
Saskatoon
Kevin.
berries.
Okay, Kevin, who didn't know what a turnip was earlier.
I still am not sure that it's not just a big radish.
It's like a carrot.
Look-
Kevin.
You know what I mean? Huckleberries
You know what?
and blueberries. Are
Kevin,
we getting
the second
fucked by
she
the
said
system?
turnip, I imagined a radish
Yeah,
every single
I
time.
did too. I looked like an idiot. the
Buffalo
other day.
berries seem 100% fake.
That's not real.
This
Those
looks
are
like
poisonous.
what they make maraschino cherries out of.
Yeah.
Or maybe, but I think of they look like holly, where it's like this. Going back to the Christmas
Yeah.
decorations, you put holly up there, and holly's dangerous, isn't it?
These
poisonous.
assholes are just like, oh, here are the poison. Oh yeah, look, Holly Berry was the first one.
Look at that.
Halle Berry's
Wow.
sister.
Told you.
you fucking
know how I know
know
that. You know how I know
Kevin's
that
ever
from.
told.
I know. I know. No images. So now I'm just supposed to guess what these fucking ones look like.
You just gotta hope that you're picking the right ones.
Kevin, can we
Kevin.
make this easier to read? Because it's a real pixel.
I'm looking at number 5 and it says
Do the trick,
pokeweed
Kevin.
berries,
Do the
which
trick
is
where it
like,
makes it better.
is that like Pokemon smoking weed or what are we doing there?
Happy?
Pokeweed.
Oh, that's so much better. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The
Pokeweed. Oh, yeah.
berries, mistletoe. Mistletoe is the one I was thinking of because, of course, you guys remember that scene when we did Batman in a review where she said mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it, and then you said a kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it.
Oh, what a moment! What a moment!
Catwoman
what a-
and Batman, respectively, great.
Look at these.
They look gross as
identical.
I
fuck.
want to eat them though.
But like these are only slightly like okay, it's a little bit rounder, but they're so close. This is why I
wonder-
don't eat nature.
Are holly berries, do they have like a harder texture? Or
I
is it
would
just
think
because
so.
I've only ever encountered fake ones?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, I have no
Great
idea
call.
because
It's a
I only ever touched the wax ones that my mom puts up and then go back into the JC Penney box that she's had forever that all the decorations go into.
I'm looking at number 8 here, and I would like to know
mistletoe
the.
berries are white?
I would like to know the
No, I think
source.
sometimes they're unripened, Joey. They're unripened.
I would like to know the source of this berry called the Virginia creeper berry. Who did they name that after? What was that person doing?
Oh, they creep up
Probably-
the mountain.
Do they creep out? I was gonna say maybe it's like an insect or something. That
Oh,
crawls
how
on
they
them.
migrate? Is that
Maybe
what
they're
you're
like
saying?
really invasive plants that, just
These
spread.
climbing vines berries contain toxic amounts of calcium oxalate.
Damn. That's too scary. I don't like that. I'm thinking of the good
look
dinosaur where they
cool,
eat the
though.
berries and they get all high.
And they get high.
I don't like how red the little
Oh, that's
vines
Stems
gross.
are.
It's veiny.
I think
Yeah.
they look
Varicose
cool.
vein.
It's too much. This
I
looks
don't
like
want
some
that.
shit that's gonna turn into carnage.
It looks like yeah, it does. It looks like some
does.
sort of like psychotic spider that's gonna
Oh,
like, grow and
yeah.
Or
it
like
does.
some sort of
I'm
virus.
getting the vibes that it's like this like a
that's definitely
wow, that looks cool as shit. These red, it really reminds me of in a video game where you have to clear an area from it being infected, and this is how that's how it looks in the game. Like they're kind of just spreading all over, and you have to like beat the thing in order to make it healthy and pure again. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting there with those red vines. They look like veins.
They're really
I'm putting it
cool.
right now. I'm saying strawberries are the number 1 berry.
Ladies and
No, Andy,
Or-
come on.
gentlemen, on
Grapes.
that, we're gonna take a break to tell you about our sponsors.
This episode is brought to you by HelloFresh. Fall is always busy, but one thing that you can cut from your list is going to the grocery store thanks to HelloFresh. HelloFresh has huge variety with 50 menu and market items to choose from every single week. They've got vegetarian meals for people like Paula Coelho. They've got calorie smart meals for people like, well, should be me, and even extra special gourmet options for people like Kevin Coelho. There's something for everyone to enjoy with recipes designed and tested by professional chefs and nutritional experts to ensure deliciousness and simplicity. Plus, the fall harvest is officially on with HelloFresh. They're rolling out seasonal recipes like pumpkin cinnamon rolls and Friendsgiving ready sides. Gia's been making a whole bunch of stuff. There was the sausage penne. Oh my God. It was great. So fantastic. You can go to HelloFresh.com/morning14 and use code morning14 for up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. That's up to 14 free meals, including free shipping at HelloFresh.com/morning14 with code morning14. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. And also shout out to MeUndies. It's fall, y'all. Replace that hydration station with pumpkin spice lattes and go out of your way to step on crunchy leaves because the coziest time of year has arrived. And I love being cozy with my MeUndies. I always am talking about, I'm wearing the MeUndies shirt right now. Of course, I got the lounge pants. Of course, I got the socks. And would it be MeUndies without the undies themselves? No, it would not. They are the softest undies I've ever worn. I refuse to wear any other undies at this point. That's been the case for years, and it's never gonna change. I simply love my MeUndies. You are not gonna be able to stop lounging. There's so many different options. You've been warned. Here is your warning, everybody. They're available in sizes extra small through 4XL in a variety of classic colors, iconic prints. MeUndies has your back and your butt all fall long. MeUndies is offering 15% off and free shipping for first-time purchasers. And if you're not satisfied with any product for any reason, they'll refund or exchange it. No caveats, no questions. To get 15% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/morning. That's MeUndies.com/morning. MeUndies.com/morning.
Okay, we're back.
I don't
Kevin's
think
it's
strawberries are the best.
So we're considering grape as a berry.
I'm
I was
officially
joking.
saying
I was
that.
joking. You're officially saying what?
I'm officially putting grape in as a berry, and I'm gonna say right now, if you put a plate of strawberries in front of me or a plate of grapes, I'm gonna go grape
Yeah.
because the grape,
You're right.
100%.
pound for pound, is
Pound for
always
pound.
more sweet. The strawberry, I always get that weird sour one, and then you get the dirt
Yeah.
taste. Like,
Oh yeah, and you're like, ugh, my
I don't
tongue
need
feels
this.
weird.
You're
Well,
right,
and then
I'm
you have
with
to
you.
figure out what to do with the stem of the strawberry. Grapes.
oh, and
Just
you
pop
always
in
get a little
whole.
too much of it, and you get stuck in your tooth.
Now-
You're like, "Now I'm on this thing." You
Yeah, but the
forget about it.
grapes, you got that whole fucking like leftover, fucking like thing with
But
all
that's
the
not
things.
messy.
The
It's
vine.
not like
the
wet.
holder, the holder.
The vine.
Yeah, the
I think he's
bowl.
talking about the bowl. Here's my question for you guys, right? Well, how come there's only some of these like berries get to be juices? You ever thought about that?
It's
How
probably
come there's no
'cause
blueberry juice? You can't go
There
to
Probably
the
too
store and
There
expensive.
is. You
It's
can
probably-
buy like simply blueberry, right?
Yeah.
You can get a whole thing of blueberry juice.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's
I imagine it's just expensive and it's not worth
yeah.
manufacturing on a mass scale.
Like
1,000%,
I've never seen
Joe. You can get-
strawberry juice.
You can get like a little 8-ounce thing for at least $40 or something.
well, that's
like
what
that.
pomegranate juice is always so expensive.
Yeah,
So good though. I'll drink pomegranate.
good.
I'm saying this right now. Cranberry, the worst of all the berries.
Oh, I would agree.
What? No, you guys are. Come on. You just
Have you
drink
ever
a cranberry
just
cocktail.
eaten a cranberry?
No, but I've never just eaten.
Kevin, I'm not saying like, yeah, have it in a cocktail. I'm saying like, if I have a bunch of different bowls of berries
Berries,
around
yeah.
you, cranberry is going to be the last to go.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing: dried
100%.
cranberries in like a salad, 10 out of 10.
No,
But
but
that's
I'm
not
not
saying-
talking. I'm not
He's
saying put it in a
fully
thing.
watered cranberries. He's saying fully hydrated cranberries. You got that. You got a bowl of blueberries. You got some huckleberries
Okay,
in front of you,
all right,
whatever.
but
You're
I-
going
like,
for the
here's the thing.
huckleberries first.
Acai berries, like that's gonna taste like ass.
Nobody brings. But
No,
you bring
they're
acai
good.
to my Super Bowl party.
As
I'm
the
like, get out of here
berries?
with the acai.
I'm throwing that at your fucking
Oh.
face. I
Fucking
swear to
yeah,
God.
throw it
I
right
guess
back
I've
in your
never just
eyeball.
had the berry.
I don't need that shit in my life.
Quick question for the court.
Mm-hmm.
A cherry, is that a stone fruit?
Yes, because that's
It's got a
pit.
hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. Thank you very much.
Cherries are great, by the way, but you know how many times? Let's go around the table. How many times in my life do you think I've eaten so many cherries that they make my stomach upset? Andy.
A lot.
Yes, that's the answer. That is the answer.
That is a Josh
actual-
McCouga like Josh pretty question.
The
I was
actual
like,
correct answer, guys, is every time. Every time I eat cherries, I make my stomach
Wait,
upset. That
okay,
shit
but
creeps up
are
on
you eating just maraschino?
No, just like straight up, you go to
No,
like
just
Whole
real
Foods
cherries.
and get a bag of cherries with the stems, and,
And the
they're
seeds.
somewhat sweet but kind of sour, and they got the pit in the middle of it. And you look down, you're like, I have a whole bowl of pits now. I don't know where those cherries went, but they hit your stomach, and man, that fiber and that sugar just starts to
Yeah.
turn the acids in your stomach very, very quickly.
It's pretty good. I would say, because here's the thing. Whenever I'm eating a berry medley, you know, I like to have a lot of blueberries. I like to have strawberries probably next.
Mhm.
And it's not that I don't want to say that. I don't want blackberries to think that I love them or raspberries.
No blackberry's gonna make that mistake. People know that we don't like blackberries that much.
I tolerate a blackberry because I think it's a nice flavor kind of complement to a
Accent.
lot of the other
Yeah.
berries.
palate
'Cause
cleanser.
they're so tart But when you have them in a small amount, I think that they do their job. They do it really well and really efficiently. But I'm never just going to be. You'll never catch me. You can call the cops on me if you ever see me just munching on blackberries. There's no shot you'll ever.
I'll know
see
you're
that.
on drugs at that point.
Thank you.
Can we talk about the most before we segue away from berries? Because we have in fact talked about berries for about 35 minutes now, and I love it. I want the whole episode.
That
to be
was the
about
point.
berries.
Greg's not here. We got to talk about something. Yeah.
Got to talk about something. The real shit. Can we talk about the most egotistical berry out there? The raspberry. Get the fuck out of here, raspberry. What? Are you doing?
No, raspberries
here,
are a
raspberry.
top tier berry option.
Because they want you to think that, Joey. They're all out there. They're all out there wearing their best clothes with the brightest color, and then you're like,
you're right.
You should be really
you're
sweet.
So right, Nick.
And then you eat the raspberry, you're like, ew, it's tangy as shit. It's all
counterpoint,
a facade.
Counterpoint, raspberry beret.
I mean, the only redeemable factor of the raspberry, in my opinion, is the fact that Prince wrote a song about a beret-colored raspberry. But anytime I see raspberries, I'm like, I know I want to eat you.
Raspberry.
That's what I mean. You flip it, Kevin. Flip it. Can you flip it in post?
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're definitely gonna.
I'm gonna give you both words again
for that.
Beret, raspberry, beret.
You don't have to give me. I already have.
I'm gonna give you 3 other words now.
Oh Lord.
Goji berry, kiwi, saute.
Goji cat.
Berry.
Kevin, can you bring up this image that I just sent to assets? Because it's so funny, Joey, when you say raspberry beret, I thought, oh, they do look like berets, but I was thinking beanies. Because these raspberries look like little beanies that aren't on anybody's heads.
See, look, I mean, that's how gosh darn full themselves these berries are. That they're shaped like a hipster raspberry. Are you kidding me? Like Tim Geddes is going to buy one of these a month after I buy it, and then he's going to claim it's
like
his.
A hipster raspberry. They aren't raspberries.
I am totally with you, Nick. That I think raspberries peaked with raspberry beret.
You take a nap, Nick.
No way.
No,
raspberries peaked with razzmatazz from Jamba Juice.
Raspberries peaked with raspberry beret, and ever since then they've been living off that glory, thinking that they go to the big Hollywood parties and think that they're always on the list because of how they look. They still have a nice visual sort of vibe to them. I love the aesthetics of them, but they are disappointing overall as a berry, and they're also way too smushy. Like if I could switch out the raspberry and the blackberry in terms of mouthfeel, I would, because I think blackberries have a good mouthfeel. Raspberries, they're just like, they dissolve in your hand. I don't like them. I need that tactile feel.
They're just, it's just like Greg, right? All facade, no substance on the inside to hold it all together.
1000%, yeah.
You know, like if you push Greg in, it's just he's going to collapse on himself.
Before we move on, because I kind of feel like I just want to say that like the idea that there's a berry out there that like is my favorite berry, but I haven't met it yet, just makes me kind of sad. I just want to
you guys. You may never meet it, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, gooseberries look like testicles.
I would just also like to point out that
I'm sending you this image.
I'm gonna keep going. I would like to point out that the little like whole head opening for the raspberry, perfect size for a little chocolate chip. Then you get a little sweet with the sour.
Interesting.
Kevin, I put a picture of it in there. You do.
Hold on. We're going to have a conversation about Andy's testicles in a second. So, Joe, Andy, need to be prepared for that. Nick, it's game time. That's what you've been waiting for.
Let me see what this image is that he's talking about that he's comparing to his testicles.
They like what I'm saying is kind of like very veiny. They look veiny.
Oh.
You see, like, not that my testicles are green, Kevin.
Or round?
Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna be honest
round.
with you, Andy. I've looked at my testicles a lot. They look nothing like this.
Nothing like that. Thank you.
I really think you need some more water.
Nothing
the
like
way
that.
The veins and stuff.
You got too many veins going on,
you
Andy.
Got
you got too many
veins down
veins.
there, buddy.
Let me take a quick peek. Let me see.
Yeah, I need you to go. I need you to go to
veins. There's too many veins.
Kevin Coelho, MD, and he'll check you out down there. What's this?
Let's move on. This looks fucking Joey. This is great. This is what a good secret.
Is that a white chocolate chip?
You can do white chocolate, dark chocolate, whatever you want to put in there.
You know what those look like? Cocktail olives, but they're like.
But better. Dessert cocktail olives.
Yes, that looks amazing.
Dessert cocktail.
I would much rather have one of those in a martini than a cocktail olive.
Oh yeah, I would rather have anything sweet over anything not sweet. Except
all this talk about berries leads me to our first Patreon question today. Not so much a question, but more of a cry for help. from everyone outside of the good old US of A, right?
Can't wait to see
Barrett
what
just
this
said was some
transitions
fucked up
to.
Braves. Kyle writes in and says, so I just found out the news that's mind-blowing. Those of you with standing desks might want to sit down.
No, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. God, I hate that. I'm already
Okay.
pissed off. I'm
no,
already annoyed.
Hold on.
Andy, he's
Turns
asking
out-
you to sit down.
This,
And
this is
I
the
think he's
question.
just saying that standing desk
saying that
is so shocking.
It's so shocking. Andy, you're the one with the standing desk. You might want to sit for this, okay?
Yeah.
Turns out peanut butter and jelly sandwiches aren't a thing outside of North America, at least not in the UK or Europe from what he's seen. So he needs our help selling the international kind of funny community on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
This is upsetting.
It's upsetting.
Really?
If this is true, and I don't want to believe it's true, okay? But if this is true, then as a country, as a whole humanity,
We failed the world.
we have failed the world.
Yeah.
Okay, we gave you McDonald's. You're welcome. Where's my fucking thank you for that?
Ever heard of Samsung?
Japan. You say Samsung?
They're a Korean company.
It's Samuel Sung.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was like, I don't think
Sammy.
we gave the world that. He's like, you ever heard of Sony? No, I mean, no.
Yeah.
This is kind of shocking,
Yeah.
but also not shocking
second.
because I felt the same shock and awe when I heard that British people like fucking toast and beans for breakfast.
No.
What the
Wait,
fuck
They do.
is that?
They
Wait,
do.
it's not like, is it toast on beans? Because like
They
I've
put
had.
beans on bread. It doesn't even have to be toast, Kevin. They'll just put beans on fucking bread and eat that shit.
Here's the thing. I've had British breakfast, where it's the giant plate and you've got a bunch
Full
of little
English
things.
breakfast.
The English
Yeah,
breakfast, yeah.
which is delicious.
Sausage. Is
and
there a
it
sausage
often-
in that?
Yeah,
Blood
crazy?
sausage.
Yeah, blood sausage is great. No, don't make that face. It's great.
Get
They
out
call
of
it
my
pudding.
face.
They call it pudding. It's great.
Blood sausage sounds so gross.
Yeah, I know. It's why
I
they
can't
call
get
it
past
pudding.
it.
That's
like
why
those
they call
little-
it pudding. You
it's
know
like
what I
those
mean?
little
Like
berries
that's a
on
much
Pudding
better
doesn't
all.
sound any better, Kevin.
Blood pudding? Ugh.
Well, they don't call it blood pudding. They just say pudding.
Or isn't it? No, it's black pudding, right? I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, it sounds really cool.
That does sound cool.
So what were we saying?
Oh, I was saying I like they serve you a thing of beans and then you've got bread on the side. Am I supposed to be scooping up the beans and putting it on the bread? Because sometimes I'll scoop up the bean like juice with a little bit of the egg juice,
Okay. Listen here.
Scoop up the bean with the egg juice.
Now, the blood sausage and black pudding are different. And when I'm wrong, Joey. So I just said black pudding sounds gross. I'm Googling it. It looks like an English salami. And I've had this before, and I like it a lot. Are you seeing this?
I am.
No, it doesn't
Is it
look like that in
dry?
real life.
No. Is it more like a sausage?
Hold on, I'll bring it up in a second because
You're
I can show the
you're
kids.
thinking blood
This is
sausage,
what
which
you're
looks like a
seeing.
turd
This
that
is
came out
what
of
you're
someone's.
seeing, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I like
This
that
is
stuff.
actually what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't care for that.
Often like this burnt cracker over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that just looks like a good breakfast right there.
That's not
right.
an Oreo.
No, that is
That's more
that
sausage.
is blood sausage. It's delicious.
Well, look
That
how much
looks
protein's on
fucking
that plate.
disgusting, dude.
No,
I
it's
like
good.
the idea of Andy just going through life
There you
thinking
go.
that British people have one Oreo with breakfast.
Right there. This is good.
But
Like,
they
this
but they
is what
drink the
look like.
but they call them like the hydroxys
Delicious.
or
I'm getting
whatever.
hungry. I'm getting hungry.
This is my thing about Greg that I love too, is that Greg is Greg is like one of the smartest, like he has his shit together, right? But every once in a while I would look over at the studio or when we were in the old studio and he would prepare his lunch and it would be this amazing like breast of chicken with like a little bit of brown rice or something that he'd made, a salad, all that stuff. And then he would take out a little Tupperware that would have like 3 Oreo cookies in it. And I'm like, no matter how much of an adult I think you are, that just ruined it. You know what I mean? That just makes me feel like you are in junior high when you do that. Kyle, you're not alone.
That's really sad, Nick. Yeah,
It's
like
sad.
this
It's
is sad
sad
news
that-
to hear. I want to sort of talk about the magic of Uncrustables, but I know that I'm alone on this island. I know
I don't
that.
think-
Are
I don't think
you?
you're alone?
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You're not alone. We're
think
here
you're
with
alone at
you.
all.
Wait,
put
Kevin,
that
you
bad
like
boy in the-
Uncrustables? I thought you
Fuck
hated
yeah, I
them.
love
Who
no,
doesn't
get out of
like
your face. Get out of your
Uncrustables,
face.
though?
That's like saying like, I don't like heroin. Everyone likes heroin.
Huh?
I mean, I would try it. I'm not going to say I won't try it.
I'm just physiologically. I've never tried it, but like that's the thing. Like once you try it, you're hooked.
Because obviously it's tough to try to ship over a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of tough. What logistically, how does that look? How are we packaging this thing? That
Did
you
we
made at
not just
home?
send over peanut butter and jelly and bread? Could they?
That's
Do they
actually
not have
pretty
access
The jars.
to all of these like
Joey's making a lot of sense.
pieces
Joe,
of it?
you're making sense, but
Yeah.
but we don't spend money doing that.
No, we're not doing that shit, Joey. Andy wants to make you the perfect ratioed peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Put it in a Ziploc bag, ship it over to you.
I want to Instacart some Uncrustables to the UK. I want this dude in the car to get on a flight, spend 10 hours in a plane, and then deliver some Uncrustables where they would be super uncold. Because you have to kind of have them in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Like you let them thaw out for a little tiny bit. You don't let them thaw out for hours. It's just like a little 15-minute, little 20-minute out and just on the counter, and then they'll be perfect. Oh man, I want an
Really?
Uncrustable.
It's not
now.
longer? Because I
I would
remember
think it would
like
be
you
longer.
put them in your lunch in the morning, and then by lunchtime they'd be perfect.
You guys don't toast them?
No,
You guys are crazy, dude.
I am
You're missing out.
anti-toasting
I used to take a
Uncrustables.
thick 2 slices of thick sourdough bread, like Italian bread.
Nick, you don't know what an
That's
Uncrustable
weird
is.
Get a
for
ton of
PB&J.
peanut butter on it, and a
Sourdough.
ton of great jelly on it.
That's
Yes.
weird.
And it would hurt my mouth.
Why?
But that's
Why
all
would
we
you
had
go-
because I was Italian. My mom wouldn't buy us white bread. Do you understand this? None of the other kids are like, that's a weird ass looking
Honestly-
sandwich. And I'm like, I hurt for my fucking art, okay?
Honestly, Nick, like I actually know what you're talking about.
I
I
would
would
get
get
a-
white bread for so long.
I would
It's
get a
just-
brioche bun.
No, a brioche.
that would
Andy,
be-
I would
that
have
would be
killed for a
really good.
brioche bun.
Yeah.
I would have killed for a brioche bun.
Oh,
That
that's
actually
the
is-
cheapest
sourdough they could buy.
Because here's the
My
thing. Here's what I'm saying right now. I've never, and you all know how much I love a toasted bread.
Yeah.
Like if there's ever a texture to it, if it's a little slightly burnt, I love that shit. Now, I had never even considered toasting a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I had never
What?
considered toasting the bread and then eating it with then you put the stuff in.
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say you
Andy,
had toasted
Andy.
bread first, or else everything will melt.
No way.
Yeah, no, Andy, hear me out. Here's what I like super chunk.
So do I.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, and like it tears up the bread. Like the peanut, like the chunks of peanut will destroy a soft
Untoasted
bread.
bread.
Untoasted bread. That's right.
Right.
Oh.
So you toast it, and then it goes on smooth.
It's like a little
butter.
shield.
Yeah.
It fortifies
Wow.
it, Andy.
No.
It's
Joey,
it's
why are
when
you
it goes
so
shield.
against this? Why get on the
Because
same page? Understand,
like-
Joey, that fucking Wall-E is a top movie, okay? And
Top
Ratatouille isn't.
tier movie.
I don't know.
Andy,
I've gotten numerous tweets today about how Nick and I are right
I'm sure. I'm
For
sure.
a
Andy,
Wally or
if
for
I
a
may-
soul?
for Soul.
Yeah.
No,
But
get outta here.
but
You
let me
guys are
finish my
crazy.
state. I think the part of the thing that I love about a PB&J is that it's soft and squishy, and toasting the bread totally ruins that. I also don't like hot bread. I feel like it kind of like melts the peanut butter and makes it weird. I don't like that either.
I will
That's
say
just 'cause
this.
You're going soft.
It doesn't have to be
I'm
hot,
one of those
though.
people that here. Let me ask you this question actually, because I don't want to unfairly bias this experiment right now. Okay, we're all scientists here, and Kevin, you understand the scientific method means
Sure.
that I can't tell you
Should've
my
studied
opinion
it.
because obviously everyone looks up to me on this podcast. Whatever I say, is
Yeah,
fucking
all
me.
right. Everyone looks at you.
Is it better to make your own peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or is the sandwich better when someone else has made it for you?
Better when you make it yourself.
Yeah, it's better when you make it yourself. I know the
I feel
argument
like-
is that like
I feel
food
like
that you didn't have to prepare always tastes better, but the idea that I'm doing it the way that I know that I like is
You have to
what,
get the
like,
right ratio for yourself.
Yeah, Joe, because I feel like people would fuck up and either put too much jelly, too much peanut butter, not enough of either. Like there's so many different factors to
They
fuck
don't
up
spread
the
it to
enjoyment
the
of it.
edge well
Yeah.
enough.
First off, if you're not spreading it to the edge, you don't care about me.
I
You're out
feel
of my
like
life.
I feel
You
like
don't care about me.
You don't. You didn't take the time to spread it to the edge. You don't care about me.
guys,
You don't care about
I
my
feel
feelings.
like I could make Andy and Nick a really good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Joey's obviously crazy.
I would let
No one
Kevin
can-
make me. I would let Kevin or Joey make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I would actually let Andy make me one too. I'd love to see what the different choices here on the PB&Js.
The little different techniques.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he
I'm
uses
stoked
too.
about the idea of toasting them now. Like I've
Yeah.
got that in my head
I
now, and
can't
I'm
believe
stoked
you've
about
never
this
done
now.
that.
I never even tried, and it's weird because like if I'm gonna eat any, like I used to. When I grew up and I was hungry and it was after school and my parents weren't home and I didn't know how to cook and I still don't know how to cook, it was either like, let me heat up a tortilla on the comal,
Butter.
Kevin, put on a little comal, you just put some butter on there, or I would just toast up a little piece of bread and put some butter on that shit. And I love that combination. It's such a simple thing, but it's tasty as hell.
Andy.
You never
And
put hot sauce on it.
No,
I used to take.
Oh,
I used to
butter,
take-
bread, and hot sauce. It's a
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
party.
that's
amazing.
weird.
Oh,
I
yeah,
used to
it's the
take-
right hot sauce though.
Tortillas.
What hot sauce?
Toast them a little bit. Actually, no. I didn't toast them. I would take a stone cold tortilla, and I would make a peanut butter and jelly
Flour or corn?
burrito flour.
Oh,
I would put peanut butter in there and then grape jelly
wild.
and then roll it up, and it would
That's
basically be a
insane.
PB&J burrito, and it was
Nick,
excellent.
it's so funny you say that because as you were mentioning your whole sourdough process, I was gonna be like, here's what I do: I buy hot pockets, I empty out the interior, and I wash out the interior, put peanut butter and jelly in there.
It's like when people like to take the tobacco out of a cigarette to roll a joint.
Yeah.
Like, this is a lot. This is extended.
I have a pre-made little PB&J. So UK,
real
I'm
quick,
sorry.
I want to talk about one of my favorite versions of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich that I do very rarely, but I love it. And it's the triple stack. You get 3 pieces of bread, toast them, and then you go peanut butter, jelly, and then squash it all down. And it's so good.
I thought you were gonna say peanut butter between the top two, jelly between
Yeah.
the bottom two.
No. I'm saying jelly on either side of the bread, and then the middle one gets peanut butter on both sides.
Okay.
Might be too much.
It is, and it's great.
I think it's fun. This one was like, I was like, should we talk about anything of any relevance? And we made it 53 minutes. And I have 3 questions in front of me, and I'm like, "Phew, this is just going to continue it on. These aren't real questions
go.
either." And I'm ready for it. Are you guys
I'm
ready for
ready.
it?
I'm absolutely
Okay,
ready.
before we finish this, I want somebody from the UK to sell us on this like blood sausage black pudding stuff. Since we have now
Joey,
sold you on
That
PB&J.
sounds so gross.
No,
That's why
but,
I want them to
you guys-
explain it to us. I don't want Kevin's explanation. I want somebody.
What do you mean? But I've
who-
had it. I've had it for like
But it's
many
not-
times.
I don't know. I don't know.
You-
I want
you guys
the
have to
reciprocal
stop.
relationship.
You have to not like put words to what the food you're eating is. Like you don't have to be like, oh, it's cow's tongue. No. It's meat. Just taste it. It's gonna be delicious. You know what I
Like,
mean?
here's the thing, Kevin. I don't need to put a word to it because that blood sausage looked fucking gross as it is. I don't like that
in
could
real
be
life,
called
it doesn't
pixie
look
cream or
gross.
some shit.
In real life, it doesn't look gross. It just looks like a brown little. It looks
Say
like it's made
pixie
out of
cream.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was something like sweet. I don't know.
It looks like burnt bread. That's all it looks like.
If I saw something
But it
that
smells
looked
like meat.
like a piece of a burnt Oreo but tasted like meat and was called pixie dust or whatever the fuck you just said, I'd be like, I'm steering clear of this together.
And
I
like,
will say,
I don't
Go
need
ahead.
to be sold on this, Joe. I'm sorry. Like UK people, I'm happy you're happy with your beans and your toast in the morning. I don't want any part of that. Now, if you said, you know what? All right, fuck the toast. Here's a little tortilla. Here's some rice. Here's like other stuff to eat with the beans. You know, I love beans. I just don't want that with bread. It's a weird concept to me.
but the beans are like, are they sweet? I've never had the beans in England. I've never had the traditional English breakfast with
I
the
don't know
beans.
either.
I have, but I don't remember because I don't really like. I was weirded out by beans at breakfast.
Like in my brain, they're
a
like
little
baked
sweet.
beans.
They're a little
right?
sweet. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
similar
Yeah.
to
Like
that.
a little brown
Not-
sugar in them.
Not quite that sweet though.
You
Like
know
the
what
baked
regular
beans
things
have
ever
like
is,
brown
though?
sugar added to them.
Yeah.
Do you think we could convince Gary Whitta to make us like a full English breakfast just so we could try it out?
I do, but I was
used
just
to do
going to
that.
bring up like what happens when he goes, okay, you have to drink this tea. And we all have to, unfortunately, Ted Lasso it right back into his face, where we just drink the tea and just spit it out and go, what is this fucking brown water bullshit?
I love how much he hates tea.
I think it's
respect
hilarious.
that.
I don't dislike tea, but if I have the choice of coffee, I'm like, well, clearly I'll go with the better caffeinated beverage,
I've
right?
never respected tea, and I never will.
Nobody respects tea. Nobody
I
respects
do. I do. Like when
Get outta
Blessing is all about his tea,
tea. No, get out of here.
I'm jealous because I want to be a tea guy.
Yeah, but you're not because
Why
you're
aren't
a fucking
you?
adult.
Why don't you? Why don't you be a tea guy?
Because I'm a child, Joey, and I walk to the kitchen and I grab an energy drink out of the fridge and that's it.
Energy drink.
I wish that I was a morning person. I would love to get up at 7:30 a.m. every morning after going to
Ew.
bed at 10:45 p.m.
No,
And I would love to wake up at 7:30 every morning, Joe, and
you don't actually want that.
the windows are open and there's a nice little soft breeze coming in and the sun is kind of peeking through. And I step out in the front porch and I just do a nice little breathe. And I come back
yeah,
inside. Well, no, I put the tea on the kettle, then I go outside, do the breath, come back inside, the tea's ready for me, and I just kind of And I'm like, all right, I got 4 hours until I got to do work. What do I do?
I guess I'll go back to sleep.
But I just like there's such a healthy there's a healthy connotation to tea, right? Like tea is known to have so many benefits for you, and it's one reason why Patrick Stewart looks so young because he drinks Earl Grey tea every day.
I don't think that's the case.
It's scientifically
Also,
proven. They tested
he
his
doesn't
blood.
look
It's
so
90%
young.
Earl Grey.
No,
He
but
turned
Kevin,
a corner.
Well, I
He was
guess
like an old ass man.
I guess maybe like the secret to looking young is to look like you're 55 when you're 38, you know? And if you look 55 for 50 years of your life, like you always kind of look young, I guess.
Yeah. I'm sorry, we didn't start the new topic, right?
We're going to start it right now. Chris McFarlane wrote in and said, and I almost want to save this topic because it's so good. I don't know if we've done it before, but it's so good that I almost want to save it for when there's like 8 of us on here. But I also think it would be hilarious for the 4 of us just to do. If everyone at Kind of Funny was a dog, what breed would they be?
This is great.
We've
This is
definitely
great.
we've done this for sure.
We're gonna do it
Not
again.
for everyone though.
We're going to do it again.
All right.
Let's start with Kevin.
Kevin's gonna get mad
Oh no.
because Kevin's gonna want to be a husky, but Kevin's a golden retriever.
Kevin's a French bulldog.
Kevin's
I've
French
always seen
bulldog.
I've always seen myself as a golden retriever, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Kevin's a French bulldog.
And
And I think a lot of it is I just picture Kevin. I know you've never really broken anything at the office, but the threat is always there.
It's 90% possibility.
Here's
We're always
the
at
thing, guys.
DEFCON 3.
What's up?
If I run into something, it breaks. If a French bulldog runs into something, it's not going to do much damage.
Yeah, but it
Like, you
depends on
have
if
to
that
take that
thing
into
is
mind.
like ratio.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Right.
matter.
Yeah,
Well,
I think of like the mass packed into that packaging, you know, and I think
Mm-hmm.
and immediately I think of when we were at Greg's Halloween party like 4 years ago or something, and Mary Kish brought her bulldog, and
Simone.
it was running and playing, but it was knocking into your shins and like kind
Yeah.
of like poof, like oh shit, like
Yeah.
this little
Yeah,
thing's
but
got some
not a
power.
single,
disruptive.
not a single person fell.
Yeah,
No,
we
but
all
we were
loved
all
it, but we were
bruised
all,
up,
we're
though.
all thinking like this party would be better without this dog.
Jesus Christ, Nick. This is going out to the public.
I'm joking. The dog was adorable.
I thought he was
So
mostly just
cute.
making fun of Kevin. There is what I thought.
That was a slight dig against Kevin too. Man. I'm joking around. I'm joking
my
around.
gosh.
Joey, here's what I'm going to say about you. Have
Okay.
this vision of this
Retrieval, I
dog.
refuse to accept French
I'm so
bulldogs.
excited.
Well, we already voted. I mean, when we get around to me, you can pay me back. It's all for the humor. Of the
I
piece.
think Joe's a golden retriever.
No, I was going
No,
to say
she's
Joe
one
is
of
one
them
of those
lassie
really
dogs.
tall dogs that has the very long hair that you can put up in a ponytail.
A lassie dog.
That just
Oh, an
doesn't want to
Afghan?
be. Yes, Joey's an Afghan. Like they're super bougie and they don't want to be like scared.
I mean, those are all things that definitely describe me. Usually just
Yes, Joey's
Isn't
an
this-
Afghan.
this is an Afghan not the dog that they always think of as Maris from Frasier? Perfect.
Look at how
great.
fucking hilarious these dogs are. Are you seeing this, Andy?
I hate him. I don't look at Joey and get annoyed. I look at this and
He's
get
fucking
annoyed.
judging you, Andy.
This one's judging.
Aw.
She's looking at you being like, what are you wearing? It's
Like
Monday.
this fucking
I don't
dog
outwardly judge
like
people.
sees
I know, that's why
secretly.
non-Caucasian dogs doing something, and she thinks that like, oh, they're doing something offensive. I gotta call the cops. And
Oh,
wait
this is a
here.
Karen dog. Is
Yeah,
what you're
this is
trying
like
to
a
say?
Karen ass
Bad.
dog, dude.
Tell me that doesn't have some deep Joey energy right there. with the hair over her
I
eyes.
hate it. I hate it. It looks like they photoshopped hair on the dog.
Why is it so
Fucking
much hair?
sucks. It's
Oh,
ugly.
that's so funny.
It's
I
ugly.
love it. I love it.
We don't even have to talk about Andy.
I mean, Andy's a Pomeranian. We already know that. We've already talked about Andy as being our kind of funny Pomeranian, mostly
Yeah.
because of his hair, but also the way he sits on his own legs. That's a Pomeranian thing to do.
Joey, like I see a Samoyed and I think maybe Joey.
What's a
I would be
Samoyed?
so excited. They're
Which one's
so
that one?
cute.
It's Joey's
Samoyeds
favorite.
are
Think
big,
about
white,
a dog.
fluffy clouds.
Yeah. Think about Moose if Moose was like 75 pounds.
Okay, yeah, I could see Joe as that too. That means
I want
that
a
makes me
Samoyed
happy. Very carefree.
so badly.
Yeah.
So badly. They're so
Um,
happy all the time.
I think Roger Picorni is like a Shiba Inu.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think very calm in certain situations, but if Roger gets worked up, he's like louder and crazier than Kevin. You
Is
know?
he?
I don't think
Yeah.
he
Oh,
is.
oh yeah.
Does
Oh
Roger
yeah.
get crazy?
Like I
Roger
think when
has
Kevin
strong opinions.
I think when Kevin pumps up Roger, Roger becomes more powerful than Kevin, like in terms of bravado. We experienced it at when everybody was here for that weekend.
I spent very little
He
time
was
with
down to
everyone that
party.
weekend.
I don't like he will never speak up if he was upset about something. I feel like, he respects people too much. Like he's not the guy that's gonna sit up and be like, "Hey, can you stop doing that? It's annoying everyone."
Mm-hmm.
No, but I'm not taking it this way. I'm just saying like Shibas, I think, are very, very chill, and if they get worked up, they're crazy. Like they are like wild.
Yeah. They're also very protective, which I also think
I don't like that I
Roger
got the
is,
French bulldog. I'm gonna just say that again.
We know
I
you
wanna
don't. That's why it's
reiterate
hilarious.
that.
That's why it's
Pisses me
hilarious.
off.
too.
French bulldogs are
Now Kevin's
stupid
just gonna
dogs.
fight against Andy's every suggestion
Yeah, I
because of the
know.
French
It's
bulldog
terrible.
thing.
He doesn't know a dog.
It's definitely you, dude.
No, it's not.
It's 100%.
Now the real question is, what kind of dog is Nick?
Yeah. But while
There's
you
so
think
many
about it,
options. There's
While you-
so many
Rat
options.
I'll take Rat Terrier. I love those dogs. They're snuggly.
No, you don't think Boston?
I'll be a Boston too. Probably a rat though. Bostons are. I don't see myself as a Boston. I don't know why. Some sort of terrier mix. Small.
I
close
wish
to the
I had
ground.
I wish I had a graph up showing the typical dog attitude of like how do Pekingese behave? You know
Very
how?
chill,
Yeah,
small.
yeah. Because I don't want to just base it off physical. Because I'm only going off the dogs and how I know that they act. Because I've been
Yeah.
around these
'Cause you've been
breeds
around
quite a bit.
Schnauzer. Miniature
Oh
schnauzer
my
on the
god,
left.
the schnauzer.
Oh my
I'll take that
God,
last.
Kevin.
That's me. That's it.
Miniature schnauzer, you fucking
That's
nailed
it.
it, Kevin.
Is that a Scottish
That's
Terrier?
it.
What is that?
And I think it's a miniature schnauzer
That's
on the
miniature
left.
It's got a mullet.
Oh,
It's got
wow.
a big ass beard. It
That's
looks
me, dude.
old.
Yeah, we
fucking
found this
love
dog
it.
a long time ago.
I love it.
He's seen some shit. He's seen some shit.
That's fucking perfect.
Never
gonna
forget the
say-
Patrick Swayze dog, which I also think that Nick could be.
That Patrick Swayze dog was amazing. I'm not cool enough to be that. 4. We have 2 more that I want to do. 1, obviously I want to do Greg and Tim. That is amazing. I do that all the time too. Stare just buck naked at myself.
I believe you 100%. Nick.
Yeah. And I want to touch the only other thing on this planet that's perfect, and then I touch the mirror. I want to say this. This is going to throw you for a loop. Cool, Greg. Italian Greyhound.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going just?
Doesn't want to be fucked with.
Yeah, okay.
Just
'Cause
trying
I-
to live his life, not bother anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because I go. I mean, I go less with the
Straight butt.
personality wise. I go less of doesn't want to be fucked with, and more of a just always chill.
Chill. Italian Greyhound. They just sit over in the corner in their cool sweaters, and they go, "This is my space. You don't need to be on my space." And
Well,
they go- and
Greg
then you
does have
say-
some really cool sweaters. He wore this like really cool windbreaker to
know.
our over 4th of July or whatever weekend everybody
The
was in
Nike
town. It was
windbreaker?
really cool.
Looks
Cool.
exactly like Cool Greg.
I know.
Because like,
I'm gonna-
because here's
go
the
ahead,
thing.
Andy.
I'm looking at the more common dogs, and it's like
Mhm.
I want these to be represented. I want a German
Oh.
Shepherd. I want Golden Retriever. I want a
For
pug.
sure, Greg Miller is a big,
Saint Bernard.
dumb, long-haired, drooly golden retriever.
No,
I
that's
think
just
that's
the dog
Snowbike
that
Mike.
he likes.
That you think that's Snowbike Mike? 'Cause
I
to
think
me,
Snowbike Mike is like a Golden Retriever because they're just kind of like happy all of the time.
Greg Miller, 100% Beethoven.
Yep, 100% this giant dog
Yeah, you're
sitting
right.
on this woman.
You're right.
Holy shit!
Just
Like,
doesn't
they're
realize how much
always sitting
space
on
it takes
someone.
up in the room. That's
Mhm.
true. So we'll say Snowbike Mike is the best dog, which is a golden retriever, right? Loyal,
gets-
happy all
Who
the
gets
time, smart.
corgi?
Who gets corgi?
Yeah.
Oh, great question.
Corgi.
Who do we have left? We got Barrett.
Wait,
and
real
we've got
quick, can we
Blessing.
just let me just interject? Can we make Tim a
Well,
Yorkie?
Tim, we're making a cat.
No,
I
Tim's
decided.
Tim's a Yorkie.
You think Tim's a Yorkie? I think Tim might be the
Yorkie?
closest to corgi
Yeah.
because I think that they
No.
when they
Yorkie.
don't, I think they can be kind of prickly. And I guess I'm mainly just thinking of
You don't think
Tim
that's
when,
Tim right there?
No,
I mean, that's
Come
more
on.
like Gia. That looks like Gia a little bit.
That's 100% Tim. He cares about his hair more than any of us.
I don't
Oh,
know.
it's so true. What
Yeah.
about like a little Shih Tzu for Tim? They have the fanciest hair.
You telling me that's not Tim's eyes right there looking at you?
No, it's
No.
too innocent to be Tim.
Yeah.
We have to pick a dog that's like that may
Yeah,
or may
it's a
not.
corgi that humps. No, a Yorkie that humps.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling the Yorkie for. That's pretty amazing right there.
Like we got to give corgi to someone. It's too popular of a dog to not be represented by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I think the
this-
corgi should have been Roger.
No, I like the Shiba Inu being Roger. Makes me happy for some reason.
The wrong reason.
Shiba Inu could also be Tim. So if we do want to swap him out and give corgi to Roger.
Let's do that. Roger will be the corgi. Tim can be the Shiba Inu. We've got Cool Greg as the Italian Greyhound.
Guys, this is Tim right there.
What about Wiener Dog?
Wiener dog.
These are bad at this game. I hate
Yeah.
you all.
Want to go with Barrett maybe for Wiener Dog?
Yeah, let's do Barrett as a Wiener dog.
Don't
I
waste Wiener Dog on Barrett. No offense, Barrett. Wiener Dog's one of the best dogs out there.
Who do we have? Who do we have left in the group that could be a Wiener dog?
I don't know
I don't
that.
know.
No,
I
like
think
Mike is
Barrett
more
could
Widow.
be.
What's
Long
Bless?
I
hair
think
Wiener
Barrett
Dog.
could be a mutt, like just a mix.
Damn, that's fucked up.
No, it's
What's
not.
Bless?
Yeah,
Like a
that's pretty
pug?
harsh.
Because Barrett has like all of these colliding interests of things, and like he grew up in Ohio, but he grew up in San Francisco, like just mixes of all these different like personality and interests. So I think that he could be
Yeah.
a mutt.
See, to me, I want to go back to Snowbike Mike because we said he was that, but like I feel like Snowbike Mike has Wiener dog / pug
100% Tim
energy.
right there. Look at the blonde hair.
No,
we've already nixed it.
because the
Mixed
thing
it.
with
Tim is a
Snowbike
cat.
Mike is like I think. Well,
You're
we
right.
have to
He's a
include.
lab. He's a lab.
I just
Tim's
think
a
labs
lab.
are just
Mhm.
constantly looking positive and happy.
Yeah, that's true.
And although labs aren't typically as loud and yappy as the other ones, we
And
know
not
Mike likes to talk really
mischievous.
loud.
But
Yeah,
they are always part of the ruckus.
Sure. Yeah.
Can I be a pug then?
What's Bless?
See, Bless is the one where I think might be a cat.
I actually think Mike actually is a pug. Like I know he has pugs, that's easy to say, but he's got that like energy to him where it's like this dog's gonna be so much fun, and then he gets tired quick.
I disagree. I think he's
No, he's a lab.
a lab, or no, he's a
Or
golden
a
retriever.
retriever. He's a golden
Yeah.
retriever for sure.
I just
He's the best
fucking
of us.
Suck at this game. I hate
He's the
all
best
of
of
you.
us.
And
Uh,
honestly, I think Blessing might be a dachshund because they're just like pretty chill and
I'll give you
even
that.
keeled.
I'll give you that. I
Except
like
for Portillo, when he sees another dog, we're just gonna
Then he
not
goes
think about
angry
that
and
portion of
pees.
it.
Mm-hmm.
But like Portillo's just always down to hang, just down to chill, and that's always Blessing.
I
Always
appreciate that.
down.
All right.
Andy now.
Ladies, Andy
asking.
puts it out into
I'm
the.
typing in the Slack. Yeah.
That's perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what dogs you think we'd be in the comments below here on this here YouTube video. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel and you thought and your 53 minutes of Barry Talk is your jam, please go ahead and hit that subscriber button. I'm proud of myself for that. Give us a little thumbs up on this video and hit that bell notification that let us know, or let you know rather, when we post new content here on youtube.com/kindoffunny. And if you are if you want to support this show, go over to patreon.com/kindoffunny and back us at any tier. Really, every bucks helps to give. Joey, what's up?
We key thing that we forgot about with Tim. Tim is one of these designer dog breeds that's like a mix, like a Maltipoo.
Tim
or
is
one
more
of
like
these
a-
like things.
What's the one with the really purple tongues? The
Is that
big barrel looking
Akita?
ones.
Akita?
Akita.
No, that's the lion-looking ones. What are they
The
called?
Shiba Inu, not Shiba Inu. What are the
Shar
ones that
Pei?
look?
Chow Chow.
Chow Chow. Thank
Tim
you.
is a chow chow.
You guys
That's what Tim
have,
is.
You guys have
I
never
don't
been in a
think
dog
so.
park. You don't know the attitude of these dogs. You're a bunch of losers.
Chow
I
Chows
hate
are
you.
way too aggressive to be Tim.
Kevin, how the fuck did y'all put Finding Dory that high? Yeah, God damn it.
I put cow cow and it came up with a picture of a cow.
Wally should have been fucking first. These guys are idiots.
You're right.
Let's
All
leave.
right. Well, you know what? We're going to debate this, ladies and gentlemen, on our post show, which starts right now.